WWE alum, Total Divas alum, Eva Marie is known for entrepreneurship, health and wellness, family, fashion, and of course, hair color. And her latest venture is with Celebrity Slots. Thank you, Natalie Eva Marie. Right off the bat, I have to ask you, what's the hair color of the day?
First of all, I gotta give you a shout out. What a hell of an intro. I like it already. And for my hair color, I am pink at the moment.
Do you have a favorite? You've been through so many different hair colors that, and oh, by the way, they all look good.
Thank you. A favorite? I'm not sure because I feel like I kind of embody a different persona with each color. And obviously, you know, nothing beats all red everything, but I definitely feel a little bit of a vibe with this pink because it kind of brings me back into that element. So I'm feeling it right now.
Is the pink more about passion and solidarity and bringing people together? I mean, is that part of the pink?
I like where your mind's at, and you know what? If that makes you, it makes you feel like that, then I'm with it.
Yes.
So with that.
Yes. You know what's so cool? You are an audience builder. You are so many things, but an audience builder for sure. What has that been like for you? Well, yeah, but what has that been like for you? What is that part of? I mean, everyone always talked about, obviously we'll talk some about WWE. We're going to talk about Celebrity Slots. But what's it been? Here's a, not, you're not a kid anymore, but here's a kid that was a very good academically, very good in soccer. So you're athletic, you're goal-driven, you're college educated. But, you know, when you're young, you're not thinking about, well, gee, you know what? I'm going to be a brand builder, an audience builder when I get older. And it's just like, this is what it's morphed into. What has that been like for you?
You know what? It's been absolutely amazing. I mean, obviously, I owe so much to WWE because they took a chance on some no-name kid that just had the passion of and respect of a sport that I had no idea how to wrestle or any of those things. Obviously, anybody that's a fan of Total Divas, you got to see my trials and tribulations right there. So WWE really allowed me to create that fan base. And then it was up to me to maintain and evolve and grow and really show. Because honestly, the fans, WWE Universe, and anybody else that follows you, especially now, they can see if you're being, you know, authentic or not. So it's really important to show and be passionate about certain things that I do on a day-to-day so that they're continued to be interested.
I think that's very interesting because you not only learned how to wrestle, be a sports entertainer, but you also learned about branding and business while you were in WWE.
Oh, 100%. You know, I think obviously going to school, playing a sport through college, you know, got me through school in general, but my major was business management, and I always had this, you know, drive and desire to be my own boss, you know, do what I wanted to do and do it to the best of my ability. And then it also helped that I found a man who is now my husband who has a master's degree in, you know, education as well. So, you know, it was kind of go big or go home. So I wanted to continue to kind of grow my personal brand, which I continue to keep doing, especially, you know, now with this brand new game, Celebrity Slots.
And now we're going to get into Celebrity Slots. I do want to ask you one more thing. And by the way, she's not only a pretty face. See that? She's everything. Multitasking. It's awesome. You mentioned Jonathan. And I was always curious about this. So here you are. You're wrestling. You're in NXT. And then you go to SmackDown, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you're doing this whole big thing. And this is all new. And you're really giving it a good go. And Jonathan is your manager as well. And I was wondering, were there ever any thoughts of having him actually take a role on TV? Any thoughts of like, hey, not only is he her real life manager, or her husband too, but also here's her, she's superstar, her manager on TV.
Damn, I'm gonna have you send that idea because I'm liking it. And with Jonathan, that's actually a fantastic idea. That's pretty that's gold right there. But it's started really with my husband. He's a big nerd. So when we first met, he was working at Blizzard Entertainment. So anybody that knows what that is, it's basically the guys that make, you know, World of Warcraft and all those types of games. That's where he was originally working. And then, but he's always been into fitness. So that's kind of how he ended up transitioning from Blizzard into the fitness space, because then he got an endorsement and then he was able to come on the road with me. And then because of his law of school background, as well as his kind of master's in, this guy's, he's, you know, I married him because he's smart. Ladies, if you're listening, fellas too, make sure you marry somebody that wants, you know, you to do better, be better. Always going and always trying to learn new things. So anyways, that's how he kind of came on top, and now he, you know, makes sure that any of contracts and stuff like that are correct. So now, next step is, if I go back to the squared circle, I don't know, maybe there's a storyline for Eva Marie and Jonathan.
It really could be something cool and something different, because as you know, it's always about doing something different, being different. And I mean, and he's, like you said, not only is he smart, but he's physically fit. I'm sure if he had to take a bump or two, that's something he can handle as well.
I think so. I mean, as much as he, you know, he always says like, oh, no way, I can't, you know, once he started to see how much physicality it really takes. Because honestly, anybody that doesn't come from the wrestling world or know, you just think of what you see on TV or back in the day when it was like Hulk Hogan and the Attitude Era. So you really think that it's fake. And it's like, yes, things are predetermined, but all of the physicality inside that ring is real. So you're a stone cold stud. You're an athlete. And taking a bump or taking a clothesline, you have to be able to endure that. It's not like it doesn't, you know, sting a little bit, and obviously people get seriously injured too. So he definitely has a huge respect for the physicality. So to get him to take a bump, I would pay money to see that.
well, put his mind at ease. If you do throw that out to him and offer it to him, or say maybe we could do this, you can tell him, all right, look, we'll put an asterisk, no bumps. You could just be the manager, and we'll do some stuff, but you don't have to do any bumps. Oh my gosh, so that is so cool, because I always thought the two of you together, not only away from the ring like you are, but on TV would be so dynamic. So I want to get to Celebrity Slots too, and a few other things as well, but let's do Celebrity Slots right now. So one of the ventures that you're doing is Celebrity Slots. Tell us about it. I got the press release, awesome. Tell us about Celebrity Slots.
So it's amazing. I had a blast doing the game, and it's free to download. Apple Store or, you know, your Google Play, and it's free to play as well. But basically, you get and especially because we're talking about wrestling, so you know I already had to incorporate that into my game. So you actually get to experience my parents, first of all, and my brothers. They play every day because they're obsessed with trying to win. You can win multiple different types of celebrity experiences. So with me, you could do virtual meet and greets, video messages, social media shout-outs, signed memorabilia, and then the big bang, you could win actually a chance to meet me in person, and we will do a NemFit workout. So like I'd have workouts of the day on NatalieEvaMarie.com, so you can ultimately win that experience. So there's something always going on, and the voiceovers, let me tell you, Jonathan's in the voiceovers. He's in the game. My dogs are in the game. Everything that is me is in this game. So, like, my brother called me the other day, and he was like, oh, my God, I was playing your game the other day, and it tripped me out because not only does it truly look like you, but then, you know, I'm talking to you while you're spinning and playing. So it's awesome. I had a blast.
It's so unique, too. It's really cool. And hey, www.celebrityslots.com, a place to go for it. And I'm going to read a little bit of this. It won't take long because it's so interesting. After building audiences for her fashion designs, acting, modeling, fitness programming, and appearances on WWE SmackDown, and I'll add NXT, Natalie Eva Marie Slots gives fans the chance to connect with the audacious and inspiring star through voiceovers, interactive challenges, bonus games, powerful graphics, and exclusive celebrity experiences. And that is so cool. And you mentioned about how someone could have a virtual meet and greet with you and also have a workout with you, which are so cool. You really built yourself in being very interactive with your fans. When was that WWE that you started learning that, or was that even before you were learning that?
I definitely have to. It really became a thing as soon as I got into WWE because I was nobody. You know, I was just a girl that graduated college, didn't know what I wanted to do, wanted to be a professional soccer player, but obviously that didn't work out for me, tore my ligaments, my ankle, so I was doing the whole Hollywood thing, you know, bottle service at night and auditions during the day. And so when WWE came in, that's when I was like, this is it. This is everything that I want to do infused into one. Not only does it bring back that competition, that drive, that edge, because of the physicality that it takes to be a wrestler, but then on top you get to perform and act because you're creating a character, then you get to perform it live in front of a live audience, which is everything, and then you get to travel the world. So that's when it really started, you know, infusing the two. And also I have such great appreciation to the WWE Universe as well as any of the other fans that I have, you know, gotten along the way, because without them, I'm not able to do a Celebrity Slots game. I'm not able to do, you know, my fitness programming to offer to them. I'm not able to do the NEM fashion sunglasses and offer, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why it's so important to me to continuously reach out or experience the meet and greets and engage with my fan base as much as I possibly can, because I owe them, you know, where I'm at today.
Social media shoutouts, signed memorabilia, personal video messages, always cool. Natalie Eva Marie Slots, included in the Celebrity Slots app, has officially launched on and is available for download on both the App Store and Google Play. That is so cool. And you mentioned some things, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, which road? There's so many roads to travel with you. Which road? You know what? You mentioned your family. And the family was so prevalent on Total Divas. It was really cool to see just how close and how tight-knit you were with your family. And I was wondering this. Did you ever think of doing a reality show with your family?
I would be lying if I said I never thought about it. However, I'm like, first of all, the network would have to be willing and able to allow my family to be who they are, because they are a wild bunch, that's for sure. I'm Mexican Italian, so you could only imagine how that whole, I mean, obviously, people that watch Total Divas, you guys got to see a little taste, but a reality show with my family, I mean, I'm all in for that. So, you know, if you know a network that wants to take it, I'm down to do it.
There are so many networks out there, but you know what the interesting thing is, too? That's something you could even do on your own, whether it be on your YouTube channel or wherever, all these different technologies that are popping up, that it's always something that whether a network's going to do it, it's almost like, well, yeah, I could do that on try to do it on a network, see if I can get signed to deal with that, or maybe something to do on my own, or even once in a while. So the opportunities are really just endless and growing.
Oh my gosh, for sure, especially with all these like streaming services now. It's definitely put, I know networks are in a little bit of a humbug because, like you said, you know, people are able to put up any type of content that they want now because they have their own platforms.
Natalie, how did you get involved with Celebrity Slots?
Honestly, you know what? It was one of those things. It was an opportunity that went through my manager, and then I read the email and kind of what Celebrity Slots was all about, and I took a meeting. And you know, sometimes there's a lot of things that I guess you can say get put on the table or you get offered to do. And then when I met these guys in person, I really liked what they were all about. I love the fact that you can play the game for free. I think that's huge. because there's nothing worse than, trying to continuously have to pay for something. So the fact that you can get the celebrity experience without breaking the bank was huge to me, especially, and it was also important to the realness of it. So, like, it's really me. I'm in my robe, I'm in my gear. You get to really experience, like, a full-on, like, you're staring at me. That's why my brothers were so, like, this is so weird, because I feel like I'm literally looking at you on this screen, because, it's so well done. And then, it just worked out with, from that first meeting, and then I got to go in and do the shoot to make sure that everything was as real as possible, including the voiceover. That's why Jonathan's in the game, too, because he's such a, obviously I'm married to him, but people know him through Total Divas and WWE and things of that nature. So I wanted everything that people know me infused into my game as well.
And that is www.celebrityslots.com. Go there to check it out. You are an exceptional soccer player, young lady. And you went and you played your years, started in high school, went to college, played college soccer. Was a goal, especially for a young lady at that age, was a goal growing up the Olympics or the World Cup even?
You know what? Yes and no. My dad to this day, has the regret that he didn't give me, because my parents definitely let us kind of, navigate our paths, I guess you can say. And he wishes that he nudged me a little bit more on the soccer journey, because, and this is something, for all the younger kids, either listening to this or reading it or whatnot, I had this non-belief in myself at a young age for whatever reason. I have no idea why, but I never thought that I could achieve something so grand like the Olympics or the World Cup because of, where I was from, what city I was in, and things of that nature, when, I was putting myself in a box when nobody else was, and not realizing I need to live up to my full potential, and that's why believing in yourself is truly number one, because there's going to be a lot of people along the way that are going to tell you can't do something, whether you think that you can or you can't. So I had that mentality for some reason, so it was always in my back of my head, but I never thought that I was good enough. And looking back, I wish definitely I could kick that little thought out of my brain. But it's just something that you kind of have to work on day to day and realize if you want something bad enough and you love it that much and you put in the work, go for it. We only live once.
That's very good advice. And it's interesting because we saw some of your insecurities on Total Divas on E! And I'm wondering, when did that start to change then for you, where you were a smart, beautiful, athletic, talented, good person, great talent? When do you think that started to change for you in the mindset?
You know what? I'm not quite sure when I had the shift, because, I come from such a great family background. Like, my parents are everything to me. My mom, she's an immigrant, so the fact that I have that feeling, just like my drive and work ethic and just like the love for my parents, and they're just they're my heroes. And so I have no idea why that thought was ever even in my brain to begin with, but I think it's something that, it's just like some little insecurity, and then it kind of grows on. And then in my 20s, I would say I probably started to come out of my shell after probably the first season of Total Divas, and really living, I guess, I don't want to say, sounds so lame, like living my truth or whatnot, but if I was going to do Total Divas, a reality show, because I've been a fan of reality shows also, that I really had to show the layers of who I am as well. It was definitely difficult, but it was so worth it, because to this day, I have people coming up to me, because season 1, I was very open about my sobriety and working a 12-step program, And that's probably my most, I guess, proud thing that I've done having a platform is sharing that journey with people, because if I don't have my sobriety, then I'm not able to, do this phone interview. I'm not able to have my game. I'm not able to have a healthy marriage or relationship with my brothers or my family or anything like that. It won't happen. And I know that. And so that's something that is super important to me to express to, my fan base on my platform, and let them know that I'm just like them. I struggle, but I work at it every single day, and it gets better. I mean, my life that I'm living today is beyond my wildest dreams.
That is incredible, and also awesome and inspiring. Now, we'll wrap this up a little bit. We got a couple more questions I wanted to ask. So many things I could ask you, but there's a few more things that I'm keying. I know, because you do so much. It's so cool. It's so cool reading up about you, too. Just checking things. All right. So, you are a Bronco. Do I have this right?
I am a what?
A Bronco?
A Bronco?
Northgate High School?
Damn, I was like, is he pulling up Northgate High School type stuff? But yes, sir.
Yes! So, are you, I always ask this to whoever I'm interviewing. I try to anyway. Are you the most famous person from Northgate High School?
Damn, the fact that you just brought up my high school is wild. You know what? Wow, I do not know.
Okay, then I'll answer it. Yes, but there is someone else, Lee Goldberg, who is a television writer producer for, this is old school, Diagnosis Murder, Nero Wolf, and also a novelist, Monk, which they then made TV show, and The Walk. It's pretty cool and all. But other than that, you're right up there. I think you're on the Mount Rushmore.
That's awesome. I'll take it.
Yes. Now, it's a little more challenging, I'll tell you this. It is a little more challenging at Diablo Valley College. Holy moly. There are a lot of good athletes, entertainers, politicians, just the whole gamut. Oh my God, I was reading down the list. But you hold your own, let me tell you that right now.
Thank you. Yes.
So here,
sure.
Oh my gosh. So here's something. Because you are a San Francisco Giants fan. I remember when we talked a while ago, that's one of the things I thought was curious. I found out you're a big San Francisco Giants fan. What are your thoughts of Major League Baseball getting its act together and trying to come back?
So that's also actually included in my game. I have my favorite baseball player of all time, Will Clark. So he's in my little teddy bear that I've had since I was 5. That somehow shockingly has made it through all of my trials and tribulations, and I've moved a million times, so the fact that I still have Will the Thrill is insane. But yes, so I think that it's amazing that they're going to try and come back, but I don't know. I have no idea what is. All I want to do is watch a ball game. So if it makes sense and all those guys are safe, everybody that is, meaning, everybody that requires to make the game happen, because, there's a ton of people behind the scenes, not just the fellas, not just the athletes. So if it makes sense and everybody can be healthy, then let's go. Game time, baby.
Did you ever get to throw out the first pitch?
Dude, make it happen. I've been wanting to throw out the first pitch at San Francisco when it was, I call it Candlestick Park, even though it's AT&T. It doesn't matter. I remember it as a kid, Candlestick, good memories, Battle of the Bay. I would love to throw out the first pitch for the San Francisco Giants for sure.
And I know obviously we can't do it now because of this whole pandemic and all, but I remember that. I remember back then you were like, that was so cool. You were like, if only I could just throw out the first pitch. Come on. And I'm like, but wait, you're known. Why not? Why isn't this happening? I'm curious too.
I'm like, dude, totally. And I'm from the Bay, so I'm like, come on, guys. What's up? Who do I need to talk to?
Right, exactly. Come on. There's got to be a pro wrestling fan on the Giants, and that's what I'm saying. We got to find out who that is and go through that person to get to the hierarchy, get to the higher ups. You know what? You mentioned Will the Thrill Clark. Natalie, did you ever think of incorporating the thrill in your wrestling name?
Ooh. No, I have not, but you've just enlightened me a little bit. If I ever do a little comeback or something like that, the thrill might have to get incorporated somehow.
That would be cool, and it ties it all together, too. And it would be cool if Will Clark saw that and then was like, oh, wow, this is cool, too. Oh, cool. All right, we're going to wrap this up. I thank you so much for spending the time. I've got to touch base. We'll end it with celebrity slots, but I got to touch base on this because this is another thing I think is really cool. I mean, you do so much. There's so many things. We covered some of it, but the acting,
Sure.
the acting,
Yeah.
you were... What's the deal with, now remember, you won't, that's okay. I mean, I'm just saying, because I got to bring this up. Like in Miami, there was a show at the University of Miami, and Jonathan was there, and Adam Iavia Johnson was there with Simone, her granddaughter, and all. And you've worked, am I wrong? You've worked with Seven Buck Productions, or you've worked with Danny Garcia Johnson?
Oh, yeah.
And that crew. And I don't know if you're still involved with them at all at anything, but what was it like getting involved with them, meeting them? Ada's such a great person herself.
Oh my God, totally. I love her so much. She's amazing. And it was fantastic. I mean, that's totally a career that you want to emulate, you know? And it was such an awesome experience. And the fact that, you know, having those experiences a couple of years ago is why I'm here today too, you know, like, I have a TV series with, oh my God, it's amazing. It's called Paradise City. It should be coming out in the fall, and it's with, Drea De Matteo from, Sons of Anarchy and Sopranos. You have Bella Thorne. I play opposite of Bella Thorne. There's just so many people in this cast that I'm like, how did I even get on this bad boy? And then I have a movie that I just wrapped right before COVID with Bruce Willis. So that should be coming out in the fall as well. And, you know, I feel extremely blessed, but also at the same time, you can't put me in a box. You know, I'm not just one type. I'm definitely a multifaceted talent for sure, because I want to do everything. If I love it, why can't I do it? So I know that at the very beginning, people had a very hard time understanding that because they just wanted me to be a wrestler and a reality person, but I wanted to do so much more, and I continued to evolve and go in the direction where I feel is leading me. So if I want to have a game like Celebrity Slots, boom, I'm doing it. Movies, TV, doing it. You know, owning my own businesses, doing it. So it's like, if you want something, go get it.
And that's cool you brought that up. Paradise City is a spinoff of American Satan, correct?
Yeah.
Which is very cool. And by the way, there's an unbelievable cast there too. But of course, for me, with sports entertainment and all, I pick out Goldberg. Goldberg is a part of that. So that's cool. But I know, all the celebrities and actors, but that's it. That's where I go. But Paradise City, is Paradise City then Seven Bucks production, or no, that's different?
No, it's different.
It is. That's so. And you play Jade, is that true?
That is true. I played Jade, and Bella Thorne's character is actually my girlfriend, and I end up managing her too. So a nice, you know, craziness goes on.
Well, not to give anything away, because that's not what I'm about or what we're about. But was there a date set or anything about when we could see Paradise City?
So all I know is I think it should, hopefully, if everything goes well, fall of 2020. So this year.
That's cool. Very cool. And also, you know what's cool about Paradise City is that's a Guns N' Roses song.
I know. It's awesome. It's really cool. I don't think there's anything like it on TV right now because it uses like music, relationships, Hollywood, just so much kind of in one element of a show. And I don't think there's anything like that right now.
And you're a big Guns N' Roses fan, am I right? And you're a big Guns N' Roses fan, am I right?
I am. I am.
That's so cool. So you're on a show that's called Paradise City, and you love the Guns N' Roses. That's so cool. And lastly, you were in a movie with Nicolas Cage and a great cast. Faye Dunaway, I believe, as well.
Yes. Inconceivable. That was my first film with Nicolas Cage, Faye Dunaway, Gina Gershon, Nikki Whelan. And that was amazing. People can actually watch it right now on Netflix. I know where a lot of people are having to quarantine, shelter in place, and social distance. You could play my game, and you could watch my movie on Netflix. You could do it, one after the other. Play my game while you're watching my movie. How about that?
That's so cool. You're right. You could do it all. And it's just so cool, though, that you're sort of coming out of the box acting-wise, and here you are. And it's not, everyone know, this is not like an extra role or a glorified extra role. You're actually in this movie, and you've got Nicolas Cage, Gina Gershon, Nikki Whalen, Faye Dunaway, and here you are. What a great learning tool for you as well.
Oh my God, it was insane. Like, I was so fortunate and lucky that was, my first film ever, because that cast, you have Academy Award winners. So I made sure, and this is why WWE is amazing, because if I didn't have the WWE just work ethic, but also experience, then I don't know how I would have done on set. But the fact that I had already, if you're able to be in the WWE and work on the road 290 days out of the year and perform live on television, getting to an actual set that's, in one location, one spot, was amazing. So all I had to do was make sure that I was super prepared with my character, and then all I did once I was there, listen to all the big guys and take any notes, anything, and soak it up like a sponge, because they're amazing, and I'm just lucky to be around them.
Very cool. And I want to just thank you for taking the time to talk about all these different subjects and celebrity slots. And I'll give you the floor to end it on celebrity slots. But I'm curious, too, as we're wrapping this up, because a big thing that Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is involved in, he's involved in so many projects. And then it's been really cool meeting him and getting advice and being involved with that whole team. He has that thing, Titan Games, out on NBC. And I'm just curious, because of your athleticism and all, would that be something that you'd be interested in if that moves forward?
You know what? I'm always interested in, certain little opportunities. So if it made sense and it worked out and it continues to go on, I'm down to give it a go. Why not, right?
Awesome. Well, take us out on Celebrity Slots. I'm going to give you the floor, because www.celebrityslots.com. Natalie Eva Marie, what you got?
Yes, go download for free, not only to download, but also to play my brand new game. You get to win virtual meet and greets, personal video messages, social media shout-outs, and then obviously the grand prize is to meet me in person, and we will do a NemFit workout of the day together, sweat together, get healthy together, but ultimately, you guys play the game and have a good time. So there's always stuff. That's what's cool too, is that there's daily tournaments. You can win just random like $50 gift cards to Amazon. There's always something going on, and my mom is constantly always playing, trying to win everything. So
that is so great that they're on there too and they're trying to win and stuff. That is so cool. Well, listen, thank you so much for taking the time. Celebrity Slots app, they've officially launched on and is available for download for Natalie Eva Marie on both the App Store and Google Play. And thanks for the time.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it big time.